The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of 412 Communications is hereby prohibited.
A most pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. Welcome inside Fred Rust Arena for round two of this weekend series between the Kent State Golden Flashes and the Delaware Blue Hens in ACHA Men's Division I competition. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box. Jordan Hirsch, Saunders Penn behind the scenes, making all the magic happen tonight. And the Blue Hens looking to make some magic of their own happen tonight after falling 4-2 to Kent State yesterday in their first meeting of the weekend. Nick Kataya with the game-winning goal, his 24th of the season. And an empty net tally from Cornell Kybus in the final minute and 34 seconds put a bow on Kent State's 11th win of the season. But the big difference maker was Matthew Weiss, who stood on his head for 43 saves for the Golden Flashes, keeping Delaware to just 2 goals, one each from Thomas Weeks and Leighton Bajsadecki, a pair of mighty talented first-year players. But as we've seen so much this season, the game won or lost 12 feet and in. The Hens have got to do a better job manning the low slot area, battling for those ugly putback opportunities. No style points in hockey, as we well know, but they've got to get a little bit grittier in the low slot to try to pot some of those second chance opportunities to get a little bit more breathing room offensively speaking. Tim Briley gets the call between the pipes tonight for Delaware. The Boston native, 3-2-1 on the year with a .371 goals against average and an .874 save percentage. And an interesting decision on the Kent State side, Matthew Weiss getting the night off after he was white hot between the pipes for the Golden Flashes yesterday. Kyle Bartlett's going to get the call. He's 2-2-1 with a .454 goals against average and a save percentage of .884. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for your circumstances, the expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long are committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. To schedule a free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664. That's LONG, or visit injuryde.com. We're going to take a quick timeout here on the Delaware Hockey Network. When we come back, round two of Kent State and Delaware as the Blue Hens close out the 2025 portion of their schedule, looking to head to the holiday break on a winning note, looking for a split against Kent State. We'll be back in a few minutes to meet the teams and drop the puck on Saturday Night Hockey from Fred Rust Arena. This is the Delaware Hockey Network, and it's all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
And welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena for round two of Kent State and Delaware as we take you inside the glass to meet tonight's starting lineups. Hockey fans, once again, good evening and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Tonight, the American Collegiate Hockey Association presents a men's Division I regular season game between the visiting Kent State University Golden Flashes and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the Kent State Golden Flashes, starting in goal, number 29, Kyle Bartlett. At left wing, number 9, Adrian Sanchez. At right wing, number 16, Bryson Miller. At center, number 6, Brady Hall. On defense, number 10, Nick Storty. And a Delaware homecoming for number 3, Nicholas Falkowski. And now let's meet the starting six for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting at goal from Boston, Massachusetts, number 31, Tim Briley. On defense from Denver, Pennsylvania, number 24, Brady Burke. And from Middletown, Delaware, number 8, Thomas Weeks. Starting at left wing from New York City, number 77, Liam Gott. At right wing from Caldwell, New Jersey, number 17, Andrew Lowe. And starting at center from Neenah, Wisconsin, your captain, number 37, Cody Diaz. Your Blue Hens are coached by Todd Middlemeyer, Jason Bage, Dominic Lignelli, and Mark Zezut, assisted by student manager Ellie Bates. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees Anthony Verderies and Nick Gutekunst, and linespeople Adam Gottwald and Connor Stapleton. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Fans, at this time, we direct your attention to center ice as Blue Hen Hockey is proud to host First Responders Appreciation Night. Please join us in welcoming members of our local police department, firehouse, and the UD Emergency Care Unit. We are grateful for the work they do to keep our community safe. At this time, please welcome Chief of Police Mark Farrell, Sergeant Jay Conover, Sergeant Aaron Olliker, Corporal Adam Meese, Etna Hose Hook and Ladder firefighter Brian Corbett, and UD Emergency Care Unit members Shannon Ferguson, a fourth-year volunteer EMT and probationary training officer, and Juliana Silvano, a first-year volunteer EMT. Blue Hen fans, let's show our first responders joining us tonight at Fred Rust Arena your support and appreciation. And to our first responders, a hearty thank you to you all for your service to the community. And without further ado, we're ready to rock and roll in Newark. Tim Briley getting the start for Delaware, as we mentioned during the preamble segment, 3-2-1. His record coming into tonight with a 371 goals against average and a save percentage of .874. Kyle Bartlett on the other side, coming into this game 2-2-1 with a 454 goals against average and a save percentage of .884. So pretty comparable in the save percentage department. In the record department, Briley may be a little bit of an edge. As his goals against average would indicate. And we're ready to go. For round 2 of Kent State and Delaware. Hall and Diaz in for the opening draw. Puck is down, and they're off. Liam Gott controls it for the Blue Hens. He pushes this puck up the right wing boards, and this is going to be called offside. Just 11 seconds in. Play ground to a halt with the offside infraction, of the face-off is going to come just above the Kent State blue line. So Diaz and Hall meet again, and this face-off goes the way of the Blue Hens ultimately, despite Miller's efforts to press the puck back into the Delaware end. Andrew Lowe unable to set anything up net front. He comes back to the neutral zone. Gott hustles to tag back up as Cody Diaz. Right alongside the near boards, floats the puck in deep. This ricochets off the backboards, and it's covered by Kyle Bartlett for a pause in play. Just 37 seconds in. So in workmanlike fashion, the Blue Hens managing to manufacture an attacking zone faceoff, and the big guns are on. Tanner Mahoney in for the near circle draw, and Mason Moore pursues the puck in the near corner. Native of Lidditz, Pennsylvania, in his first year with the Blue Hens, with a half dozen goals and a half dozen helpers so far. This is cleared by Creighton. Up to Bianchin in a one-on-one. Trailing the play was TJ Avellino, but the cross-slot pass was intercepted at the top of the near circle. And the Golden Flashes reset in their own end. Creighton, touch pass from Bianchin. On the good side of center, just enough to negate the icing. And the dump and chase goes the way of the Golden Flashes. The shot from the far wall came off the stick of TJ Avellino, but the puck bounced in behind Tim Briley's net. And Tanner Mahoney presses it back into the neutral zone, if only briefly. Warner to Keller. Stretch pass up the middle, batted down by Leighton Bisadecki, right at the Kent State blue line, and muscling his way in to Flash's territory was Mahoney. This taken away by Hale. Advanced to Kybus at a 2-on-2 with Kataya, who makes a beeline for the net in search of his 25th goal of the season. Kybus and Kataya together have accounted for 40 of Kent State's goals. Cole Bianchin in double digits as well. He's got 11 on the season. We're nearing the 2-minute mark of the first period, and here's Cornell Kybus. He put the bow on Kent State's 4-2 win yesterday with the empty net goal in the final minute and a half. He's checked off the puck in the near corner, preserving his Hale. To Kybus. Around the horn that goes to the far side where Leighton Bisadecki recovers for the Hens. He advances the puck to Noah Goose, who carries it in over the Kent State line. And the Hens get some fresh forwards on, the Albertan Cade Coughlin. Working the far corner. This puck caroms around to Danny Berg. The Angelino holding the right point. He plays the carom shot back the other way as he hustles off for a change. Brady Burke trying to hold the point, and the puck is deflected up into the bench area of Kent State, giving us a pause in play with 17 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the first period of what stands a scoreless hockey game. Face-off will stay inside the Golden Flashes zone. Chance to bolt in. False start on the face-off. Looks like a violation against Delaware. So DeBolt's going to be waved out of the circle, and Tommy Tracy's in to take his place. Holding the point is Weeks. Weeks couldn't run the gauntlet. And Tyler Tykolis Casey chips the puck back as far as center before the Hens regroup, but they're stood up at the blue line. Coughlin with a touch pass to DeBolt, double-teamed and steered to the far wall. He's separated from the puck by Bryce Kolpian, who fails to clear. This held in by Cade Coughlin, taking aim from the top of the slot. Nicholas Falkowski laying out to block the shot. Contested puck at the far dot. Here's Tommy Tracy winding up from the hash marks, and that one's turned aside by Bartlett for his first official save of the game. 3 minutes and 17 seconds in, no score. Burke from Weeks throws the puck in after just gaining center, and a well-executed dump and change for the Delaware forwards. Leads to the Hens, setting up again from neutral territory. Burke this time launching the puck in deep. He's got forechecking pressure ahead of him to keep the momentum going in the Kent State zone. So a fresh set of defenders come on in the form of Keller and Warner. Here's Jack Keller across the line to Warner. He takes aim. He shoots and scores. 3 minutes and 49 seconds in. Louis Mathieu-Ruel with the net front tip to give the Blue Hens the 1-0 lead. Looked here as though it was Ruel. Louis Mathieu-Ruel with the net front redirect. And this goal coming 3 minutes and 49 seconds into the first period for the Quebecois. That is his first of the year. Oh, Delaware goal! His first of the season. Scored by number 14, Louis Mathieu-Ruel. Assisted by number 2, Ryan Warner, and number 5, Jack Keller. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 49 seconds in the first period. Ruel, correction, his third of the season. From Warner and Keller at 3:49. And here come the Blue Hens again. Bajsadecki stonewalled by Bartlett on the welcome mat as he tried to cut through the slot. Follow-up chance from Bajsadecki. Saved, and so too the rebound as Bartlett starts to dial in, coming up with 3 rapid-fire saves just now to bring us to a halt. 5 minutes and 2 seconds into the contest. Watching this again on the 4-1-2 instant replay. Mahoney with the follow-up chance off Bajsadecki's second shot. Denied by Kyle Bartlett, crossing to the near post and holding on to bring play to a halt. Just over 5 minutes into the first period of a 1-0 game, and it's 1-0 no longer as Nick Kataya pots goal number 25. He goes top shelf on Briley, and the Delaware lead is no more. This starts all the way with Storty. Puck taken away from him by Kybus. And the cross-ice feed to Kataya leads to a Golden Flash goal. 5 and change into the first period. So Kybus and Kataya now combining for 41 goals between them on the season. The Kent State goal, 25th of the season, scored by number 27, Nick Kataya. Assisted by number 20, Cornell Kybus. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 15 seconds in the first period. Kataya's 25th from Kybus. And don't you just love it when the goal announcement gets interrupted by a Delaware goal to reclaim the lead? Here we go again. Tommy Tracy walking in, and he pots the wraparound. To give the Blue Hens a 2-1 advantage. Just 40 seconds after the Kataya equalizer. Recapping the Kent State goal by rule, Kataya's 25th from Kybus at 5:15. Delaware's second goal was the third of the season, scored by number 28, Tommy Tracy. Time of the unassisted goal, 5 minutes, 55 seconds in the first period. Tracy's third unassisted at 5:55. The native of Mount Airy, Maryland, walking that in all the way. Getting Bartlett to commit to the post, and then tucking the puck behind him the opposite side to make this a 2-1 hockey game. Hens with the advantage and the momentum as John Cronin walks back in up the right wing boards. He tried to set up Infanger cutting to the net, but that feed was intercepted. In comes Gott. Infanger. Keller one-timer. Waved off due to a kicking motion, says Anthony Verderies. There is no goal. And we're going to look at this again on the replay just to take another look. Looked like Liam Gott made that kicking motion right at the edge of the crease. Anthony Verderies right there with an emphatic washout, as there was no question at all from Verd's point of view on that. Distinct kicking motion, no goal, so we stay 2-1. 12:45 to go in the first period of a barn burner in the works. Delaware with a 2-1 advantage over Kent State. Race on for the puck up ice, and Liam Gott gets tied up by Ostrichel. Avellino recovering for the Golden Flashes. And now Justin McGuffin off the cross-ice feed from Norton. Couldn't traverse the neutral zone before Bajsadecki pickpocketed him. Bajsadecki throws a shoulder at Norton. Couldn't walk into a wide open net as Bartlett overcommitted to the puck. Bajsadecki's shot from the top of the left circle was blocked in traffic, and Kataya recovers for the Golden Flashes. He lofts the puck up the near side. Holding the line for Delaware was Burke. Here comes Mahoney, trying to stick handle through bodies. Shot from the top of the slot was wide off the backboards. Moore couldn't finish on the welcome mat. Stretch pass up the far wall intended for Kybus. Comes back and icing with 11 minutes and 33 seconds to go in opening period action, and Delaware with a 2-1 lead over the Golden Flashes of Kent State. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule a free consultation, call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664. That's LONG. Or visit injuryde.com. DeBolt did a great job there back-checking to clog up the low slot and take away what could have been an A-grade opportunity for the Golden Flashes. And here he sends the puck deep into Kent State territory, but he's met by J.J. Creighton in the far corner. Tracy offering good support for Delaware. Creighton waiting. Floats the puck behind the cage again. Falkowski plays the body on Tracy, and this is lofted from deep in Kent State territory up into the rafters and out of play. .10:42 to go in the first period. Face-off we thought was going to be inside. Yes, it's going to stay inside. Energy line on for the Blue Hens. And Alex Infanger will get a new adversary. His Hall is waved out. Bianchin's going to take his place. Puck down off the draw. Cole Bianchin unable to walk out of the Kent State zone. This is floated by Creighton from blue line to blue line and then some before Berg rifles the puck back, but this will go untouched and come back an icing against the Blue Hens with 10 minutes and 24 seconds to go here in the first period. Delaware ceding a defensive zone faceoff, but they've got a 2-1 advantage here on this Saturday before a healthy home crowd. A number of Kent State supporters here tonight, thanks to not just the homecoming of Nicholas Falkowski, who played his high school hockey right here as part of the Salesianum team, but also Nick Storty, who spent his junior time with the Philadelphia Little Flyers just a half hour up the road at Premier Orthopedics Iceworks in Aston, Pennsylvania. A couple other Team Marylanders on the Kent State team. Of course, Falkowski, Jules Jardine, who's out of the lineup, played for Team Maryland of the Eastern Hockey League, as did Noah Goose, Andrew Lowe, both on the ice right now for Delaware, and Tommy Tracy. So the Josh Fusco-Eric Projan connection, very strong on both sides of the sheet of ice. And TJ Avellino just got stonewalled by Tim Briley, who holds on with 9:36 to go to grind play to a halt and keep his Blue Hens up 2-1. Watching it again on replay. Cross ice feed from Bianchin to Avellino, who was right on the doorstep, chipping away at Briley, but ultimately to no avail as the Bostonian got the last laugh. Low clears. Avellino recovers, and he's driven by Andrew Lowe deeper into the Kent State end. Norton gave way. Liam got through the puck on net. In full force. In the corner of the rink where his dad Vince so often stood for Salesianum games. High stick on the puck. Played by a Kent State player is going to send us right back. Into the Golden Flashes zone. There we see it. Let's go Nicholas. Let's go Kent State. The Falkowski clan lining the glass. And you heard during pregame introductions the ovation number 3 in Navy Blue got. And what for him was a homecoming weekend. Great kid. Gotten to know him over the past 6-7 years. Just an absolute class individual. Here Avellino stood up by Briley, who covered the puck for a pause and play. And linespeople Connor Stapleton and Adam Gottwald having to get in the middle and serve as peacemakers. And we're going to see some 4-on-4 hockey here for 2 minutes. Let's see what Verderies has. We've got a stuck penalty box door. So a pair of matching penalties. At 8:37 to go. And we've got the particulars for you now. The Kent State penalty was assessed to number 18, Liam Norton, 2 minutes for slashing. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 29, Leighton Bajsadecki, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalties, 11 minutes, 23 seconds in the first period. Norton, 2 for slashing. Bajsadecki, 2 for roughing. Both at 11:23 in the first period. Burke pulls back into his own zone, but he floats the puck ahead to Weeks. On to Moore. Moore and Mahoney. The two forwards on for the Hens. The Moore shot was wide off the backboards. Delaware changing as Kybus left the puck to Holmes. Here's Cornell Kybus together with Kataya, but they're outnumbered upon gaining the Delaware line. 2-on-4. Creighton, drop pass, Kybus shot. Briley with the save, scrambling over to the far post to try to cover his Kataya. Was all by his lonesome in the far corner, and a danger he is, to say the absolute least. 25 goals for the Golden Flashes this year, one last night and one today as well. In comes Sealing. Berg leaves the puck back to Panapresso. .650 to go in the first period. 10 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Tommy Tracy, the recipient of the stretch pass, steered behind the net by Ostrichel. Tracy drops it off to Berg, coming in from the top of the left circle. He crashes the net. He can't get past Bartlett, holding his ground. And a battle for the puck develops behind the cage. After Bartlett played the puck, and we're back to 5-on-5, and oh, here we go. Diaz and Ostrichel exchanging a few shoves. Tracy trying to pitchfork the puck free. He does, but it's deflected by Bianchin right at the goal mouth. Bianchin, time and space. And abject violence behind the play. Face-off presumably is going to be in the Kent State zone. And there may be more to the story here. Nope, doesn't look like anything's the worse for wear. We have absolutely no idea what the calls were at 13:52. Just that we're 4-on-4 for the next minute and 46. Bajsadecki back in his own zone, leaves the puck to Creighton. They're trying to find out what the penalties are. And we've got the story now. Looks like roughing all around. Kent State penalties assessed to number 8. Cole Bianchon and number 29, Kyle Bartlett. Delaware penalties assessed to number 3, Daniel Berg, and 37, Cody Diaz. 2 minutes all round for roughing. Time of the penalties, 13:52 in the first period. Bianchon and Bartlett, Berg and Diaz. 2 minutes each for roughing at 13:52. And as we were reading the penalties, the Golden Flashes leveled the score, and here they come again. Sanchez's shot deflected away by Briley. And here's Burke trying to muscle his way back into the Kent State zone. Here's Avellino into a 1-on-3. Steered behind the net. Moore recovers the puck. The Kent State goal, second of the season, scored by number 10, Nick Storty. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 58 seconds. In the first period, Storty's second, unassisted. 14:58 in the first period. So the penalties have all expired. We're back to 5-on-5 play with 4 minutes and 6 seconds to go. In the first period of a 2-2 hockey game. Cade Coughlin finding DeBolt. His shot from just inside the right dot was sticked away by Bartlett. This will be an icing against the Golden Flashes. And the Hens will get an attacking zone faceoff coming their way with 3 minutes and 44 seconds to go. In the first period, a prime opportunity to reclaim the lead. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, Open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Adam Gottwald set to drop the puck. The first period, Jack Hale muscles his way beyond center red by about 15 feet before being double teamed and stripped of the puck. Keller lets it go up the left wing boards. Icing waved off as Bartlett came out of the crease to play the puck. Here's Cronin winding up, follow-up shot off the pad, save Infanger up into the netting and out of play. So the chances starting to develop for the Blue Hens here tonight. Bartlett doing well to stand his ground, make those secondary saves where needed. Again, the Hens are going to have to get a little bit grittier, a little bit dirtier in the low slot to try to generate better secondary chances. Kybus floats the puck across neutral ice. It's brought down by Keller to Cronin. Touch pass, Infanger, unable to control the puck on his way up the right wing boards. It's driven by Kybus, back in over the Delaware line. Kutaya with some help from Storty. In close, Kybus tries to pick his corner. The save from Briley. And the puck ends up trapped on the back of the net. So we've got a pause in play. 2:39 to go in the first period of this 2-2 contest. The fans certainly getting a show here at Fred Rust Arena, and glad to bring you this game, as always, here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Mahoney and Sanchez taking the near circle draw to the right of Tim Briley. Mahoney scrapping for a loose puck. Coming to his aid is Mason Moore trying to trap it near side, but J.J. Creighton emerges for the Flashes with it. The headman pass into the slot from Norton. Bounced off the stick of Cole Bianchin, unable to do anything with it from point blank range. 2:15 to go in the first period of a 2-2 hockey game. Norton to Creighton. Shot was wide from the top of the left circle. Bajsadecki controls the rebound, and he pushes the puck into the path of the accelerating Tanner Mahoney. Wide shot from just inside the line. Covered up for a pause. Once again by Kyle Bartlett. And the face-off will come to his right with 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go. Here in the first period, we're tied up 2-2 from Fred Rust Arena in round 2 of this weekend series between Kent State and Delaware. Power line on for the Blue Hens, but here's Brady Hall coming back the other way, just gaining the Delaware line before Weeks recovered the puck and sent it back up ice. Bajsadecki across to Moore. Mahoney tries to hold it in at the right point. He's confronted by Sanchez. Airborne puck skitters back in front of the Kent State bench area, where Hall is bodied down, but he gets it as far as the Delaware blue line plus 8 feet. Weeks turns it back the other way, and Delaware's counterattack is going to be called back offside with 83 seconds to go in the first period. Face-off spotted just above the Kent State blue line. And the Golden Flashes control. Here's Nicholas Falkowski. Up the left wing boards. No icing here. Although he let that go just before center. Airborne puck lands over the glass. And with the stoppage from the puck ending up out of play, we'll resume just to the left of Tim Briley.
1 minute.
Final minute of the first period upon us. With the Hens trying to reclaim the advantage in what's been a back and forth, mighty entertaining first period. There's been scoring, there's been scuffling. Healthy crowd here at Fred Rust Arena, great atmosphere. And the Hens looking to end 2025 on a winning note. 20 seconds to go in the first. Tracy stands his ground, absorbing a check in the far corner boards. Creighton recovers. He's bodied off the puck by Coughlin. Warner floats this in from neutral ice. Hens tag back up. Final 5 seconds of the first period ticking away. And Warner's going to let those 5 seconds tick down to the end of the first period. The score at the end of one period: Delaware Blue Hens 2, Kent State Golden Flashes 2. Back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the first intermission.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network. 2-2 through 20. And here's how we got there. Tied up one aside through the first 5 minutes and change. Tommy Tracy with a wraparound tally at 5:55 gave Delaware their longest lead of the game. Up 2-1 for the bulk of the first period. But then with 5:02 to go, it was Nick Storty leading a 2-on-1 from his own blue line, taking the shot for himself, putting one past Tim Briley to leave us level 2-2. Through the first 20 minutes. Puck is down, period 2 begins. If you're just joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, Kent State traveling left to right in their Navy away kits. Gold numbers on the back and sleeves, KSU in block letters on the front. They're moving left to right. Delaware moving right to left in their home whites, blue helmets, blue pants. Blue numbers in that unmistakable Delaware Blue Hens font. Easy to read on the back. Kent State counterattack, the drop pass from Hall. Bobbled by Miller, the Buffalonian. And here comes a quick Delaware 3-on-3 fast break. Bajsadecki was nearly offside. Lofted puck gloved down by Mahoney. And the Hens reset in neutral territory with Bajsadecki lobbing the puck toward the Kent State cage. It was taken away by the former Philadelphia Little Flyer Nick Storty. Lots of Eastern Hockey League alumni on both rosters here. And here's a 2-on-1 for the Hens. Andrew Lowe pursuing the puck. Speaking of that Eastern Hockey League talent, foiled by a Kyle Holmes poke check. Here's Lowe again. Cross-ice feed to the accelerating Liam Gott. Through the slot he comes, poked away by Bartlett. Aggressive play from Kyle Bartlett to keep this a 2-2 hockey game and take away some precious real estate for Liam Gott in search of a go-ahead tally for Delaware. We're 105 seconds into the second period, and a puck over the glass out of play. Brings play to a halt and sets up a face-off to the right of Delaware netminder Tim Briley, who stopped 6 of the 8 shots that he faced in period number 1. Kutaya and DeBolt in for the far circle face-off. This puck is lobbed back in by McGuffin from the point. Shot attempt coming from Osterschel was blocked in mid-slot traffic. Warner tries to clear, but he's stripped of the puck right as he got it away. Kutaya trying to turn that into a go-ahead goal from point-blank range, but no sir, says Tim Briley. This is going to come back an icing. $17:44 remaining in the second period. James Witherite joining you on the Delaware Hockey Network. Our videographer is Saunders Penn. Our production assistant tonight, learning more of the tricks of the trade behind the scenes, No C, Jordan Hirsch. Commentator, videographer, he does it all. And the Golden Flashes have taken the lead. Watching it again on the replay. It was a Kutaya tip. That directed the puck past Briley. giving the Golden Flashes their first outright lead of the night. Kent State goal, his 26th of the season and second of the game. Scored by number 27, Nick Kataya. Assisted by number 10, Nick Storty, and number 20, Cornell Kybus. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 21 seconds in the second period. Kataya's 26th, second of the game. From Storty and Kybus at 2:21. 3.5 minutes behind us here in second period play. Moore winding up by Sadecki on the doorstep. Didn't have the line. Mahoney tried to set up Moore at the point. This was deflected off a Kent State stick. And we'll come back and icing with 16:06 to go in the second period. And Delaware trailing for the first time tonight. Gotlo Diaz on for the Blue Hens. Weeks and Burke holding down the back end. And Bryce Culpian was in for the face-off win for the Golden Flashes. He's unable to walk his way past center. Storty offering good aid behind the play. Is sure to get the puck the rest of the way into the Delaware end. Burke volleys it back. Glove down at center by Holmes. Holmes absorbs a Brady Burke hip check in the far corner. Absolute textbook from the other former Philadelphia Little Flyer on the ice tonight. Diaz lobs the puck clear, floating it ahead to Gott. Cross-ice feed finds Thomas Weeks, solid 200-foot player in his first year as a Delaware Blue Hen. Tried to carry it all by his lonesome, but when he needed support in the low slot, it just wasn't there. Nearing the 5-minute mark of the second period, Kent State 3, Delaware 2. Puck battle just above the near corner boards. Cody Diaz at the center of it for Delaware. Trying to pitch it free was Bryson Miller in Kent State Navy Blue. The Golden Flashes recover the puck, and this is lofted up ice by McGuffin. Sanchez brings it down just above the Delaware blue line. He's pressed back to center, confronted by Cade Coughlin, who steals the puck. Here's a 2-on-3 Delaware counterattack. Drop pass from Tracy to DeBolt, didn't connect. Hens trying to protect offensive territory to no avail as Coughlin comes barreling in to take Hall off his feet. The puck battle continues on. And McGuffin corrals a rolling puck just inside his line. He gets it back from Sanchez as he accelerates up the right wing boards, but Tracy takes it away and clears back to neutral ice. Coming to 6 minutes completion in the second period of a 3-2 hockey game. This will be an icing. If you're a competitive athlete like these guys or a weekend warrior like me, whatever the case might be, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal best and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. And he's here for long-term growth and potential as well by way of his new membership program, offering priority appointments, discounted physiotherapy, and shockwave therapy. Nutrition coaching, exercise coaching, and more. DESportsmed.com the place to go to learn all about it. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 2, Ryan Warner. 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 6 minutes, 13 seconds in the second period. Warner, 2 for interference at 6:13. That shot from Kybus rang off the post. Delaware clear. Storty, Kataya, Kybus, Avellino, and the puck carrying Cole Bianchin are the 5 on right now. Here comes Cronin the other way. Shorthanded chance. No, sir. Says Bartlett, and he's slow back to his feet after Cronin collided with him. Seeing this again on the 412 Communications instant replay. Cronin's got the breakaway, a full head of steam. Tries to sneak the puck under Kyle Bartlett. And now Bartlett being attended to. By on-site medical staff. He regathers his wares and dusts himself off, and he's going to stay right where he is. Face-off coming. To Bartlett's right for the restart of play. 55 seconds left on the Warner penalty, and Kent State control the puck. Here's Kataya back in up the right wing boards. Centering pass to a double-teamed Avellino, skipped off his stick into the far corner. Kybus, Kataya, glove save by Briley. Face-off coming to Briley's left after he flashes the leather for save number 10 tonight. 12:24 to go. Here in the second period, 37 seconds left on this Kent State power play, thanks to the Ryan Warner interference minor. Kybus holding the line. On the doorstep was Kataya off the setup from Bianchin, but his shot was wide. Looked like Briley got a piece of it, and the off-ice officials rule a legitimate shot on goal as Warner's penalty comes to its, oh my goodness, flying stick right into the Kent State bench area. And in the final seconds of the Warner penalty, the Hens launch the puck clear from deep in their own end, and they get some fresh legs on. They'll have an attacking zone face-off coming up as a result of an icing against the Golden Flashes with 11:38 to go here in period number 2. So a 3-2 hockey game. Hens unscathed from the Warner penalty. The penalty trouble has certainly been an issue for the Blue Hens in recent weeks, as some comfy, cozy leads have disappeared when the Hens were shorthanded in late game situations. Bajsadecki clears the zone with a cross-ice pass to Mahoney up the far side. Drop back to Moore. Mahoney, net front feed. Didn't get to Bajsadecki. And it looked, in fact, like Bartlett got a pad on that puck. Moore back to center, recovers for Delaware. And he lofts the puck just over belt high into the near corner of the Kent State zone. Here a Mahoney shot. Caught and held by Kyle Bartlett, and the post-whistle extracurriculars emerging once again after a good Mahoney shot and a better Bartlett save. As a result of the Delaware players' role in the post-whistle altercation, we restart outside the zone. And we'll do it again. Infanger and Kolpian. Infanger won the draw, and up the right wing boards for Delaware came Brady Burke driving back into the Kent State zone. Here a long shot from Louis Mathieu Ruel. Blocked down and in front of him by Bartlett. Warner looking for a shot lane. He circles behind the net. Nothing on the wraparound. So Warner again. Stick handling, trying to find something positive to do with the puck. He set up Brady Burke coming in from the right half wall, but his shot was blocked. Warner bothered again, trying to pave a way to the net. He's stripped of the puck, and this is floated high and away by Tyler Tykolis Casey. Hens tag back up. Burke gains the center line before launching the puck back deep behind the Kent State goal. Heavy hit laid on McGuffin. And we've got a penalty coming up. Delaware, too many players on the ice. And they are headed back to the PK. Just a sloppy change there. And as a result of that mistimed line change, the door's open for Kent State to try to get another. The Delaware penalty, bench minor, 2 minutes for too many players on the ice. Time of the penalty, 10 minutes 4 seconds in the second period. Delaware bench minor, too many players on the ice at 10:04. Creighton took aim from the right point. Briley with the save, unable to finish, was Avellino fielding the rebound in close. Kataya, Creighton, Kybus one-timer. It's tipped in. So the Golden Flashes score. 47 seconds into the power play, and we've got ourselves now a 4-2 hockey game. So now a 2-goal margin and a little more breathing room for the Golden Flashes. As we get the particulars. And for Kolbianchin, that is his 12th tally of the season. The Kent State goal, 12th of the season, scored by number 8, Kolbianchin. Assisted by number 20, Cornell Kybus. And number 2, J.J. Creighton. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 51 seconds in the second period. Bianchian's 12th from Kybus and Creighton. At 10:51, it was a power play goal. So the Delaware Blue Hens with a lot more work to do now, having given up 3 unanswered goals to the Golden Flashes. Here's Diaz shooting. Bartlett with the pad save, directs the puck out of harm's way. Warner off the feed from Keller. Is pressed back deep into his own end by Liam Norton, who opened the scoring last night for the Golden Flashes. Icing waved off, quick shot after winning the race to the puck from Andrew Lowe. Bartlett denied him from close range. Diaz takes a check, carrying the puck in behind the Kent State goal. And the Hens will get themselves now an attacking zone face-off as a result of the icing against the lads in navy blue. Infanger in for the draw across from Bianchian, who had the most recent of the Kent State goals. Infanger leaves this up the wall to Goose. Across to Berg, it comes at the left point. Berg back to Goose, shot from distance. Glances off the Bartlett pads, and the puck is brought back by Norton to center. Carried on by Bianchian, thrown in from the bottom of the left circle. Caught and held by Briley for a break in play with 6:46 to go. And again, the post-whistle extracurriculars continue. Briley 16 for 20 in the save department tonight, and the face-off comes to his right with Alex Infanger met by Nick Kataya. So a 1-4 mismatch in Kent State's favor in the face-off circle. And J.J. Creighton from inside his own blue line again sends the puck deep into the Delaware end. It's picked up there by Alex Infanger and walked up the middle. Infanger to Coughlin, net front feed. On the doorstep was Cronin, but his one-timer from the edge of the blue paint was just off its mark. Kataya the other way, bothered by Brady Burke trying to get a wrist shot in from the right dot. Here's a 2-on-1 the other way, Cronin and Coughlin. Holmes blocked the shot lane, laying out for it, denying Cronin the chance to cut the Delaware deficit in half. Weeks back to his line. Keller, Weeks near side. Up the middle finds Tommy Tracy, long shot. Sticked into the low slot by Bartlett. Nobody home for the rebound, put back for Delaware. Coming back the other direction was TJ Avellino, and he draws the penalty. What have we got from Verderies? Warner's going to go for a slash. So back to the PK. Go the Delaware Blue Hens, and a costly one at that. As the momentum has shifted severely against their favor. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 2, Ryan Warner, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes, 30 seconds in the second period. Warner 2 for slashing at 14:30. Lowe with the takeaway. Right at the Kent State blue line, and he sends the puck all the way behind his own goal where Briley leaves it to Goose. And this is wristed up ice by Panapresso, who's been awfully quiet tonight on the blue line front for Delaware. Kataya to Kybus. That pass was onside. Creighton bobbles at center, but he protects the zone. This time, the feedback from Bianchin. He didn't handle so cleanly, and Cade Coughlin muscles the puck back just inside the Kent State blue line before a delayed offside forces him to tag up and gives Cornell Kybus an opportunity to reset the Kent State momentum back from left to right. Creighton threw the puck into a congested slot. Burke clears. Burke throws this puck into the protective netting behind the Kent State bench area. And with 3:48 to go in the second period, the Blue Hens plagued by another defensive zone faceoff. Bajsadecki winds up and clears after wresting control of the vulcanized rubber. Final 5 seconds on the Warner penalty. This is second of the period. And the Hens are back to full strength with 3.5 to go. Bajsadecki net front feed. Mahoney swarmed by navy blue sweaters. He couldn't get past J.J. Creighton, winning that net front battle. We talk about those battles 12 feet and in, and Kent State has had the upper hand all night. Weeks on the re-entry. Long shot. Bartlett save. 3:06 to go in the second period. Kyle Bartlett recording save number 23 on the evening. It is Kent State Golden Flashes maintain a 4-2 advantage over Delaware, looking to head back to Ohio with a sweep of the weekend. This is an icing. Antepenultimate minute of the second period upon us. Kent State with a 4-2 lead. And a defensive zone faceoff born of the icing. Kataya, after losing the faceoff initially, gains the puck again. Hale leaves it ahead to Kybus. This thrown in, covered by Briley, lunging over the puck for the stoppage in play. Now 2:40 to go. And Kataya's got himself an attacking zone draw. 2 goals on the night, numbers 25 and 26. That in addition to his 24th goal of the season, which he accounted for last night. And Kent State's 4-2 win over Delaware, which was sealed by that Cornell Kybus empty net goal in the final minute and a half. Kybus with 3 assists so far tonight for the Golden Flashes. Lowe's cross-ice feed to Panapresso didn't connect. And Cornell Kybus generates the momentum to get the Golden Flashes back on the offensive. Kybus backhand on the doorstep. Was Kataya trying to finish? Jack Hale puts the puck past Briley to make this a 5-2 hockey game. So watching it again, Hale with the initial shot blocked. Kybus failing on the wraparound. Kataya getting a shot into Briley's pads. And then Hale roofing it for his third of the season. To extend the Golden Flash's lead to 3. The Kent State goal. Third of the season, scored by number 7, Jack Hale. Assisted by number 27, Nick Kataya, and number 20, Cornell Kybus. Time of the goal, 17 minutes, 57 seconds in the second period. Hale's third from Kataya and Kybus at 17:57. DeBolt in for the attacking zone face-off to restart play. Just a minute and 26 to go in the second period. Golden Flashes leading 5-2 over the Blue Hens. DeBolt backhands the puck off the far boards. Trying to throw it in from distance was Keller. 2-on-1 the other way, but Avellino botched the pass across to Bianchin.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
Final minute of the second. The DeBolt shot from the corner was off its line. Tracy throws the puck across. Keller's shot was in traffic. And a loose puck is floated out of harm's way by Bianchin. Warner holds the point. 30 seconds to go here in second period action. Bajsadecki off the near boards to Warner. Puck taken away by Liam Norton. Here's Avellino. Odd man rush for Kent State. Avellino backhand. Sailed wide. Briley caught his heel, trying to get back up into position. Final 10 seconds. Final chance for Delaware to cut the lead back to 2. Mason Moore with a hard wrist shot from the top of the left circle. It sails wide. Panapresso can't do anything with it in the final seconds. And period 2 reaches its end. The score through 40 minutes. Kent State Golden Flashes 5, Delaware Blue Hens 2. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the second intermission. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware,
or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Well, we started the second period 2 aside. Now it's Kent State with a 5-2 lead as we come to the final 20 minutes. And a look back at the last two of these 4 unanswered Golden Flash goals. Crisp puck movement. A net front putback from Colby Onchen for his 12th of the season midway through the period made it a 4-2 game. And then one for the thumb added by Jack Hale, going top shelf over a sprawled out Tim Briley with 2:03 to go. In that middle frame to make this a 5-2 contest. Advantage Golden Flashes, and off we go in period number 3 with the Blue Hens winning this initial draw. Keller could not cleanly feed the puck to Infanger. He was stood up just inside the Kent State line. Here's Brady Hall, outnumbered on his way into the Delaware zone. Hall skates a tight circle to try to gain some space from Keller. Drop pass, Storty threw it into Briley's pads on the welcome at Bryson Miller, unable to finish. So a bit of a lucky break there for the Blue Hens. Still on the defensive. And now Jack Keller flips the puck up the near boards. Cronin just clears it. Creighton volleys back in. And the Golden Flashes will change 45 seconds into the third period. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box here on this Saturday late afternoon turned evening at Fred Rust Arena. Saunders Penn, our videographer, And Jordan Hirsch helping us out behind the scenes tonight. Glad to have him as part of the 412 crew here this season. Sometimes commentators, sometimes videographers, sometimes graphics engineer. And here through the month of December, he'll be doing a little bit of it all with us on the Delaware Hockey Network. Kent State guilty of an icing. Mahoney was in for the attacking zone draw to the right of Kyle Bartlett, who stopped 26 of 28 shots through the first 40 minutes of play. Weeks leads a 3-on-2 through the neutral zone. Centering pass. Mahoney couldn't get stick on puck. It is cleared out by Holmes, who led that Kent State back check and clogged up the low slot. Bajsadecki plays the body on Liam Norton to separate him from the puck. But the Kent State side able to clear once again back to center before Moore leads the re-entry. He caroms the puck off the corner glass. Holding the point is Panapresso. Mahoney to Berg. Played behind the net around the far corner. It rings to Panapresso at the half wall, who attracts a trio of Kent State defenders, and emerging with the puck is leading scorer Nick Kataya. He's got 2 goals and an apple tonight. And here looking for the hat trick, Kataya unable to put back his own rebound after Tim Briley, dropping to the butterfly, makes the pad save. Lowe recovers the puck for Delaware. He threw it on net from the bottom of the right circle after Gott was even on the foot race back to the Kent State goal line in pursuit of that cleared puck. This comes back to Berg at his own stripe. This thrown off the near boards, and it will come back an icing. With 17:06 to go in regulation of this 5-2 hockey game, Kent State can more or less put it away right here as the faceoff comes to the right of Tim Briley. Diaz is going to be waved out of the circle. No, he isn't. He stays in, but a face-off violation was assessed to the Delaware side. This puck goes out of play, and wouldn't you know it, Matthew Weiss, like he did 43 times last night, flashing the leather over on the bench. Reaching out to glove that puck down out of thin air, and after the restart from center, a high stick on the puck against Kent State. Will set up a draw to the left of Bartlett. Another draw to his left. This one going the way of the Golden Flashes, but Warner protects the left point. Holmes steers the puck behind the net. Hustling to hold the zone was Tracy off his backhand at the left point. He gets the puck in deep, but again, no support below the dots for Delaware. Struggling to generate A-grade chances as a result of not winning those low slot battles. Burke to Tracy up the right dots. Tommy Tracy tries to dance his way around Brady Hall. He attracts the crowd far side. Burke with more space to operate. Coughlin out of position. Boxed out net front by Chaston Sealing. Here's a one-on-one the other way for Kent State's Tyler Tycolis Casey. Long shot waffle boarded to the near corner by Briley for save number 23 on the night. We're 4.5 minutes in to the third period. Golden Flashes 5, Blue Hens 2. After the conclusion of this game, the Delaware ACHA women will be joined in progress against the Buckeyes of The Ohio State University. That game due to begin round about 8 p.m. at Gold Arena. We'll move our crew from one barn to the other. Fire up Studio 2 and join the action in progress at the original home of University of Delaware Blue Hens hockey. Gold Arena built when Chicago were still called the Chicago Transit Authority. Right in that late 60s, early 70s time period. This building here, Fred Rust Arena, recently renovated, came along a couple decades after the fact. 6 minutes behind us in the third period. Leighton Bajsadecki racing up the left dots, has gained the Kent State zone, but he's pressed wide by Creighton. Centering pass on a backhand shot from Mahoney was blocked by the hometown Nicholas Falkowski. Moore took aim from the bottom of the right circle. Easy Bartlett save. This is held in by Goose. Launching the puck from center point. Bartlett again with the stop. Goose got his own rebound high in the zone. Cross ice feed to Berg, bobbled, but he pulls back to his own blue line to try to reset more deliberately. Mason Moore had to loft the puck over a piece of broken stick in the top of the right circle, but he was wide off his approach. Bajsadecki shot, blocked, follow-up, chance, Warner scores! So Ryan Warner pots his second of the year off the rebound, and the Hens are back to within 2. Warner holding the point as we watch this develop again. It'll be Warner from Bajsadecki. For his second goal of the season. And the Hens starting to mount a comeback. Now back within 2. Oh, Delaware goal! His second of the season. Scored by number 2, Ryan Warner. Assisted by number 29, Leighton Bajsadecki. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 49 seconds in the third period. Warner's second from Bajsadecki at 6:49. $12:15 to go in the third period, and Nick Kataya looking for the hat trick. Finds himself double teamed and angled by Keller to the near corner. Separated from the puck, Tracy heads a 2-on-2 the other way. DeBolt crashing the net. Was driven into Bartlett. And we'll see what Verderies has for us here. Cross-checking the call on, wouldn't you know it, Nicholas Falkowski. The hard-nosed player he is. Heading off for 2 minutes, and the Blue Hens are on the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. Head to desportsmed.com to learn more. Kent State penalty assessed to number 3, Nicholas Falkowski. 2 minutes, 4 cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes even in the third period. Nicholas Falkowski, 2 for cross-checking at 8 minutes. $11:22 to go in regulation. Minute 15 on this Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play for the Blue Hens. Centering pass from Bajsadecki, low, stonewalled. By Kyle Bartlett once again. $11:11 to go, 1:11 to go on the Falkowski penalty. False start on the faceoff. Norton and Coughlin as the power play 2 unit is on presently. Coughlin, Moore, Gott, Warner, and Weeks with a one-timer from the top of the left circle into net front traffic. Sanchez pushes play back to center. Moore to Gott for the re-entry. Gott is steered by Sanchez to the far corner boards. Now a two-a-side scrum developing, and Weeks tries to work the puck free for Delaware. It's held in by Moore. Warner's shot. He does it again. Warner strikes on the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play, and it's a one-goal game. Gott emerging. With the puck from the battle at the far wall. Found Coughlin, who fed the puck across to Moore. And then Warner took aim for his second goal of the game, his third of the year. And the Hens strike on the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. To bring the margin back down to 1. Meanwhile, after the whistle, after the goal, Bianchen and Mason Moore both assess roughing minors, so we're going to be 4-on-4. Whether Sanchez and Weeks, that was. We have the numbers transposed. Both assessed roughing minors, so 2 minutes of 4-on-4 coming with 10:27 to go in regulation. Delaware goal, his third of the season and second of the game. Scored by number 2, Ryan Warner. Assisted by number 9, Mason Moore, and number 20, Cade Coughlin. Time of the power play goal, 9 minutes, 33 seconds in the third period. Warner's third, second of the game from Moore and Coughlin at 9:33, a power play goal. After the goal, Kent State penalty. Assessed to number 9, Adrian Sanchez. Delaware penalty assessed to number 8, Thomas Weeks. 2 minutes each for roughing. Time of the penalties, 9:33 in the third period. Sanchez and Weeks, 2 each for roughing at 9:33. .935 to go. Kybus leads the entry up the left wing boards for Kent State. Shot was popped high and away. Bajsadecki heads a 2-on-1. Hard shot. Wide but into the Bartlett glove. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for your circumstances, the expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long are committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. To schedule a free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. The Keller's shot was over the crossbar into the back glass behind Bartlett. Warner's stick handles. He flipped the puck to Moore, waiting at the top of the crease. Right into the Bartlett pads. That went Warner looking for the hat trick. Skied the puck from point blank range. It came down on the stick of Bianchin. And Cole Bianchin skates back to center, attracting Warner's pressure before leaving the puck back into his own zone. And Nicholas Falkowski with 8.5 minutes to go. Works the puck back to Bianchin, cross-ice feed to the accelerating Chaston Sealing. He's bodied by Burke into the far corner boards, and both sides are back to full strength. Infanger to Diaz. Hens have worked back from a 5-2 deficit to only trail by 1 with 8:05 to go. Cody Diaz shot. Off the takeaway, just off its mark. Berg holds the point. Infanger gets a rolling puck in deep again. Winding up to clear was Sealing. Cross-ice feed from Miller after the breakout was intercepted and turned back into the Delaware control. And a puck over the boards and out of play. Brings play to a halt. Looks like it was tipped out off a Kent State stick. So the face-off will come back into their end with 7:42 remaining in regulation. And a 5-4 hockey game before us. Berg could not hold the left point. He recovers the puck in neutral ice. Burke to Louis Ruel. And the Quebecois heads off for a change after gaining the center line and dumping the puck in behind the Kent State goal. Danny Berg. To the accelerating Brady Burke up the left dots. He comes barreling into the Kent State end. He tries to split defenders, cutting to the slot. He gets an extra cross check from Liam Norton, who is holding down the fort close to home. Puck ends up in the far corner. Here's Norton double-teamed. Flubs the breakout, but the puck is pushed forward into the neutral zone by TJ Avellino. Weeks recovers. Panapresso walks back up the right wing dots to regain the Kent State line, but he attracts a pair of Golden Flash defenders as we come to the final 6.5 minutes. Tracy with the carom shot. Coughlin with stick on puck, trying to set it up net front, nobody home. Parker clears, icing waved off. Panapresso met by Tykolis Casey. Deep in the Delaware end, manages to turn the momentum from left to right, but Chance DeBolt checked off his feet, couldn't maintain it on his way in over the blue line. Puck out of play along the far boards in the neutral zone with 6:07 to go. Linespeople Adam Gottwald and Connor Stapleton conferring on the placement of the faceoff. And it's correctly determined to be above the Kent State blue line. Warner walking in. Got the shot away from close, but Bartlett with the save keeps this a one-goal game. Kybus up the middle, surrounded by Delaware defenders. Drop pass to Hale. Ran out of space from the right dot, and he's stripped of the puck by Mahoney. Mahoney throws this into the far corner. Cycle to Bajsadecki. Delayed penalty coming up. And it will be against the Golden Flashes. Burke's shot. Stick checked offline.
Doors closing.
And Kybus touches for the break and play. High stick on Odstrishel. And a pivotal power play awaits the Blue Hens. 5:17 to go. And this is the time for the equalizer. They've got to capitalize here with this man advantage. The Kent State penalty was assessed to number 24, Brian Odstrishel. 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes, 43 seconds in the third period. Odstrishel 2 for high sticking at 14:43. Moore tied up in the far corner by both Holmes and Avellino. Puck is at the bottom of that heap. And play whistle dead by Anthony Verderies due to a hand pass. So we're going to restart in the neutral zone with 4:36 to go. 1:19 left on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the Blue Hens. Learn more at desportsmed.com. Mahoney on for the face-off across from Norton. Norton, in workmanlike fashion, gains the puck and clears. Berg, Bajsadecki, Lowe, Diaz, Mahoney. On for Delaware. Trying to tie it up as we enter the final 4:12. This is Berg. Kick back to Diaz, top of the zone. Slap shot into traffic. Mahoney reaching for a loose puck. Couldn't get it in from 15 feet away. Lowe, back to Berg. Diaz, top of the right circle. Skip pass across to the far side. Lowe, back to Berg, center point, fake the slapper. Lowe stutter steps, Berg again. 30 seconds remaining on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play, 3:40 to go. Delaware still in search of the equalizer. They've gotten 2 back after being down by 3 at the beginning of the third period. And the Golden Flashes clear. Hens can't catch them on the change as Bajsadecki hesitated on walking into the zone. Here's Tanner Mahoney, a little bit more space now left side. He throws the puck in from just over the blue line. He heads off for a change, and the Golden Flashes are back to full strength. 3:12 remaining. Kent State 5, Delaware 4. The Golden Flashes aiming to head back on US 224 ultimately with a sweep of the weekend. Hens looking to head to the holiday break on a winning note after winning 2 of 3 in Chicago before Thanksgiving. But the woes at home have continued. A battle lost here, a bad penalty taken there, and they've all added up. Warner with the last 2 for Delaware. Tried to make it a third, but ran out of space as he ran into Golden Flash defenders. 2:20 to go. Weeks. A laser to the blue line, and Bajsadecki unable to advance and set up anything in the Kent State zone as he was outnumbered. This is driven back by Odstrichel into the Blue Hen zone. 2 minutes to go. Burke waiting. Berg carries the puck beyond center, and he rifles it into the near corner. Moore met by Odstrichel, and the Delaware net is empty. Extra attacker on with 100 seconds to go. Berg to Bajsadecki. Berg, one-timer. Diaz couldn't tip it past on the welcome mat. Brady Burke momentarily held the point, but the puck was sent out of his reach, and this is going to come back and icing. "80 seconds to go. And Kent State will take their timeout. Timeout, Kent State. The Delaware Hockey Network is brought to you all season long by the Law Office of Heather A. Long, our presenting partner for the 2025-26 season. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky, who at the conclusion of this game will be bringing you tonight's 3 stars. 412 Communications, building bridges between brands and the people they serve. And Delaware Sports Medicine. Sponsorship opportunities are available here on the Delaware Hockey Network. To learn more, email mjr@412communications.com. Hens drawing up a last-minute play in the sand. 80 seconds to go. And after the icing, the Blue Hens and their 6 attackers will start at the far circle. Mahoney winning the draw. Bajsadecki holding the near corner. To Weeks this comes. Weeks kept wide. Mahoney, Moore throws the puck in close. Bartlett with the save. Bajsadecki could not hold the zone. Final minute of play. Leighton Bajsadecki leaving the puck to Warner. Warner with a hard carom shot to gain the zone for the Blue Hens. Diaz. Here's Bajsadecki shooting. Glove saved by Kyle Bartlett. Good for his 41st.
Everybody clap your hands.
Again, an icing.
Come on, y'all. Check it out, y'all. How low can you go? Can you go down low? All the way to the floor?
Timeout, Delaware.
Can you go? Can you bring it to the top?
Half a minute to go.
Never stop. Can you bring it to the top?
And we're going to take our timeout too.
Right foot now.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Half a minute to go. Weeks with a bomb from the right point over the crossbar. Warner gives the puck away. This is pushed back to center by Storty. Leighton Bajsadecki's re-entry is going to be called offside. And with 12 seconds remaining, a neutral zone face-off will await the Blue Hens. This coming right in front of the Kent State penalty box. Desperation setting in for the Blue Hens. Diaz taking the draw. Puck pursued by Avellino. Weeks plays the body on him. And here we go. All you know what breaking loose with 2 seconds remaining. It all started with the hit behind the net. And there's going to be more ink here than we know what to do with, as in the holiday spirit, a number of guys are going to be shown the gate here in these final seconds. Warner's gone off. And the final seconds have run off the clock of Kent State taking a 5-4 win over the Delaware Blue Hens. Tonight's final score, Kent State Golden Flashes 5, Delaware Blue Hens 4. Final shots on goal, Kent State 29, Delaware 46. Fans, it's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Tonight's third star with 42 saves in net for Kent State, number 29, Kyle Bartlett. The number 2 star with 4 assists for Kent State, number 20, Cornell Kybus. And the number 1 star with 2 goals and an assist for the Golden Flashes, number 27, Nick Kataya.
On behalf of the staff and management.
And that will do it for us here on the Delaware Hockey Network for the second leg of our triple header. For Saunders Penn, for Jordan Hirsch, James Witherite saying thank you for your company tonight. A look back at the highlights late in the game as the Golden Flashes will head back to the Buckeye State with a sweep of the weekend. A successful homecoming for Nicholas Falkowski, returning to his old home barn. And despite Delaware's last-ditch effort to claw their way back, the Golden Flashes held firm, parrying that final 80-second attack from the Blue Hens to seal a 5-4 win to close out 2025. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you again in a few minutes with Delaware, Ohio State on the women's slate.